is up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C, and welcome to another Tasha C Show podcast. Shout out to my YouTube and podcast fam. Hugs and loves, virtual loves, bam, bam. Virtual hugs, more virtual hugs and loves, and security and all the support and positive vibes, and also hugs and loves, bam, bam, and just more going support, positive vibes to people who support me advance. Thank you. And if you wonder my YouTube channel is, it is Tasha C TV. Don't forget the TV part, because you will not see the pink braids put up. Well, just to let y'all know, y'all, when I do get my next laptop, so y'all see this lovely face again, y'all probably gonna see a button, or at least my hair cover another way or another, because due to Miss Cray Cray Rona out there still, it'll be a while before y'all probably see the pink braids for a minute and everything, because, you know, I don't want to take my chances. Anyway, so y'all, it is 10:14 p.m. on Friday night, May the 8th on 2020. In 2020, Miracle May, trying to be optimistic. It is a fun Friday, I guess we say. And if y'all hear in the background my special guest, or at least you're wondering if that is there a child in the background, you'll probably hear my nephew who is over, which we haven't seen in a while. Let me do a little hand clap, because I haven't seen him in again. Let's do that. We're in there one more time. Hey y'all, y'all probably heard the little hand clapping me talking sound, because my nephew was thinking like do the real hand clap, but we can do that too, yay! So you may hear him in the background, and due to the fact that he's in the background, yesterday's podcast was really kind of sad, because we're talking about really, like sad subjects, unfortunately, people being victims of victims, and their life be cut short due to the fact of the color of the race. So it's really just was sad. So I was originally going to talk about going back to that one article about romance novels, but since my nephew is over, I was looking to see black authors who do, because how you got children's books, and it's like 3 to 4 different levels of children, which you just got children's book, baby children books, I think, little children's books, juvenile literature, and young adult literature, which can be either young adults, because some people start counting young adults to at least 18 and up, or just adolescence itself. Or, sometimes in all the books, y'all, be sometimes entertainment, even though they're supposed to be meant for, big kids and stuff, y'all. Some of those novels, have good content to read even as adults, okay? So, because y'all, I haven't read them, y'all, but remember, look how books like Harry Potter and what's them books where they were hunting each other, hunting games, I don't know what take it is, Twilight, all of them, they're supposed to be books based on, I think, meant for kids or older children, and yet they were popular, where adults, were watching some of this stuff too. So anyway, I'm not going to go through all this, but it's another website real quick. It's another one that has like 101 books, but I will have to break that down in parts. So if I say do it tomorrow, it depends. I'm just going to speed through, or it might be a longer podcast, but I definitely would have to do it earlier. So I'm just going to go over this, but it's from an article, and I hope that I remember to put the website in the description. It's called 20 Black Children's Books by Black Authors from P.N. Hinton. This was 4 months ago, and it's basically gives like a intro of like paragraphs. So here we're about to go over the best Black children books. Okay, number 1 is Lullaby for a Black Mother by Langston Hughes, illustrated by Sean Qualls. Taken from the poem of Langston Hughes and Beauty, illustrated by Qualls, this book is about the love between an African-American mother and her baby. A good first book for mothers to read to their children, since it's articulately illustrates all types of loving, tender, and maternal moments. Brown Boy Joy by Dr. Tomisha Booker. An adorable little picture book about all the things that brown boys love. This would be perfect for toddlers and beginning readers with the awesome illustrations and a delightful rhyming scheme. Number 3, Amani's Moon by Janae Brownwood, illustrated by Hazel Mitchell. Amani is a young Maasai girl who has big dreams to touch the moon. She will not be deterred by her goal either, no matter how much teasing she has to face from those around her. This sounds like a delightful little book about never giving up on your dreams, no matter what. Number 4, Little Leaders. Bold Women in Black History and Little Legends. Exceptionally Men in Black History by Vengeance Harrison and Kiswe C. Johnson. Let y'all know, y'all. Sorry, I be murdering words with mispronunciation sometimes. 2 picture books that chronicle some of the exceptional people in Black history. These books are sure to be a welcome addition to any child's library. They will also serve as inspiration for children to know that they can do anything they set their mind to, no matter what challenges they may face in life. Excuse me, y'all. Number 5, which also won an Oscar, I think, for the short animation film. This was based on the book number 5, Hair Love by Matthew A. Cherry, illustrated by Bessie Harrelson. This book recently gained a lot of popularity due to the short film that was made about it, with a good reason. It's a testament to not only the love between a father and his daughter, but also for the little girls little girls to love their natural hair. Plus, the lengths you can see the father go to try to tame his daughter's hair is beyond endearing. This is a winner all around. Number 6, A Scumberg, The Man Who Built a Library by Carol Boston's Welford, illustrated by Eric Velquez. Centered around Ernest Swarberg, this book tells a story about how his collection of books, letter, music, and art found its way to become a collection at the New York Public Library. What began as a cornerstone in a new Negro collection is now known as the world's famous Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture. This is sure to delight parents and children alike with its illustration of the rich history as well as showcasing all of the contributions Black people have made to all those fields. Number 7, Miami Jackson Gets It Straight by Patricia and Frederick Miss Cassis. It's illustrated by Michael Chesworth. This tender character is in this early winter novel. Can't wait for the summer to start. Between having to keep secrets from his friend, his teacher leaving, and the constant run-ins with his arch nemesis, Miami feels that he is going through the longest school week ever. This book should be a great starter chapter for early readers, and is chock full of humor that they can relate to. Number 8, Mafaro's Beautiful Daughters by John Steptoe. I'm fairly confident of a number of y'all reading this article just experienced that hairly dose of nostalgia looking at that title. Inspired by African folktale, the story is about Mufaro and his 2 daughters. There is a beautiful but selfish Maretta and the kind Nasha. The kings call for an audience with their family to pick his new queen. But as with other competitions, there can only be one. So which daughter will he choose? Not only is this a wonderful story, but the illustrations match perfectly. There's a reason this book is still read today, even 20 years later. Number 9, Chelsea's Harlem Renaissance by Elorna E. Tate. Moving from North Carolina to New York City to stay with her aunt, multi-talented Chelsea experiences all episodes of the Harlem resistance. Not happy with this change, Chelsea finds herself at a crossroads between and the choice that will change her forever. Number 10, The Washingtons Go to Birmingham by Christopher Paul Curtis. The Watsons are headed to Birmingham to drop off a 13-year-old Brian who has been classified as a delinquent. The hope that his grandmother can help him get back to the right path. And they're there with their grandmother's church when their grandmother's church blow up. Taking place in the time of the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing, this book is a different view on a tragedy that shook the entire nation. 11. Firebird by Misty Copeland, illustrated by Christopher Myers. Wait a minute. I'm just pausing. I have to see which Christopher Myers is it. I don't recall him drawing any books. Drawing illustrations, but you never know. Because I went to school with somebody with the exact same Christopher Myers man that we were cool like during high school, and I know he sometimes engaged like in writing and stuff. He was very good at that as well. So that'd be interesting if this is the same one, but you never know. They just some people could have the same exact name and be totally different people. Penned by the first African-American lead ballerina in the American Ballet Theater, this story is about a girl who doubts her own ability to be renowned as Misty is. Throughout the book, Misty encourages her to reach the new heights by having faith in herself so that she can reach her full potential. Number 12. Grandpa Kako, The Tale of Chocolate, from Farm to the Family by Elizabeth Zonin. This story takes place while a father and daughter are baking her birthday cake. He tells her the story of her grandpa Kako. He was a farmer in the Ivory Coast in West Africa for Kako. The father goes to explain the importance of his job. Without farmers like her grandpa, there would be no chocolate for the world to enjoy. After the cake is done, the little girl's ready to eat. However, she has one more birthday present waiting for her at the front door. 13. Zoe by Lupita Nago, illustrated by Vesey Harrison. Vesey Harrison's show is obviously a talented illustrator. This is like the second or third time I've seen her in this list. Zoe is a dark-skinned little girl who yearns to be beautiful like her lighter sisters. One night she takes a magical journey into the night sky. This helps her to see that she is also beautiful in a different way. This book is a must for all children so that they can see how we all are uniquely beautiful. Number 14, Tar Bleach by Faith Ringgold. This is a ecological tale which also takes place during the Harlem Renaissance 1939. This is a picturesque Arab journey that highlights symbolic and historic references in African American culture. This is a wonderful tale that will delight children and adults alike and should be considered classic in children's literature. Number 15, Happy to be Nappy by Bell Hooks, illustrated by Chris Raska. This is available as a board picture book as well as a regular one. It is perfect for young readers, and it is all about about hair love. This is exceedingly important for young black girls to see, since most go through some type of hair identity crisis during their lives. So it's nice to know that no matter what, we should be proud of our hair, no matter the type. Number 16, My Brother Charlie by Harley Robinson Peete and Ryan Elizabeth Peete, illustrated by Shane Evans. Oh, this is the third book that's like a celebrity, like Misty Copeland. She's a famous ballerina. Hobbs and Robinson Peete, of course, is known for being a famous actress. Also, Lupita. I know I'm going to mess up her last name again, so I'm not going to try it at the moment. Is also in acting as well. Okay. This book is great on so many levels, and it teaches about autism in a way that children can understand. It also shows them how to be loving and understanding people in their family who are autistic. It highlights that that's something that anyone, regardless of color, can have. I feel that it's especially important that this is a read to black children. There's still so much stigma around autism and can help overcome that obstacle. Number 17, Mix Me by Taye Diggs, illustrated by Shane W. Evans. I didn't know Taye Diggs, the actor, made a book too. This book is about Mike, who is the product of an interracial marriage. There's a poem in there that says that his parents got him just right, which just warms up my heart on so many levels. I love that books like this exist now and help make it easy for children of any type of interracial relationship to know that they are perfect the way they are. Number 18, A Chair for My Mother by Vera B. Williams. A heartwarming story about Rosa, along with her mother and grandmother, and what happens after a house fire destroys everything they have. They begin saving to get a chair for all, although, as the title suggests, Rosa is really working to get something for her hardworking mom. A classic since it was published in 1982, this is a great story to teach about the importance of sharing, and one that is still read even to this day. 19, Don't Touch My Hair by Sherry Miller. If I had $1 for every time people wanted to touch my hair growing up, hell, if I had $1 for every time someone wanted to do it now. I wish I had this book when I was a little girl. I went through the same thing, and I never spoke up like Eric does. This book that teaches not only about hair love but setting boundaries. It's sure to be a great addition for any ailing library. Heck, I definitely know about that a couple of times, even as an adult and a kid. with the touching hair thing. Okay. Number 20, Calls Me Man by Angela Johnson, illustrated by Ron Michelle. This book has a simple synopsis of a young boy writing 4 poems based on his family experiences. But the picture on the cover invokes so many warm feelings. Again, highlighting a loving relationship between a father and his child, one should help light up your library of joy and happiness. Okay, honorable mention, The Snowy Day by Edgar Jagger Keats. Keats was the child of the Polish Jewish immigrants, but this is still a pinnacle book in children's literature. The front and center of the book is a young African-American boy as he wanders through the city of his tailored snow day. Hopefully these children's books help to give a good springboard to adding more diversity and inclusion to your children's library. Maybe find one of your own. So, what I just read, y'all, was mostly books that are like for early readers, or what we call like starting out, maybe, the baby stage and so forth. So, they're not, like my nephew, he's 11 years young. So, he's in between that stage where he's kind of past, you can still say he's an early reader, but then at the same time, he's sliding by, where eventually he can be a young adult. Black books, mad children's books, Saddle and Blame Black Boys. Okay, okay. But since it's later, y'all, I would have read more, maybe a couple more articles. Maybe if I have time tomorrow and maybe Sunday, I may, focus a couple more days about talking about, recommended children's books. But anyway, y'all, hugs and loves, God bless. Y'all see me another podcast tomorrow. Take care, hugs and loves. Little Kenny, do you want to say anything?
Bye.
Bye, y'all. See y'all. Like I said, hugs, love, positive vibes, and I will see y'all in the next podcast. Take care, y'all.